Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Boarding, the movie podcast where I force my friends and family to watch movies they've never seen before. And this is a very special episode. This is our Oscars episode, everybody. Yeah, Oscars are on Sunday. Oh my gosh, the glitz, the glamour, the plastic surgery, the diet pills. Will anybody get canceled? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Just coming in before this episode to talk a little bit about Oscar snub. We did talk a little bit about this in the episode, but after the episode, I was reminded of some Oscar snubs that I feel are worth a mention. So if I didn't mention them in the beginning, I might have mentioned them during the episode. So, Citizen Kane, despite being called by many people one of the best movies ever made, did not win Best Picture of the year it was nominated. Goodfellas, one of Scorsese's best movies, lost to Dances with Wolves. What I think is one of the best superhero movies, The Dark Knight, did not win. Don't even know if it was nominated. We did mention this one also too. Logan did not win. Return of the Jedi did not win. The Matrix, Children of Men, and Black Panther. Those are movies that I feel were snubbed and did not win Best Picture. Now, directors. It's crazy to think that George Lucas himself has not won a competition Oscar. I think he did win a Lifetime Achievement or something like that, or one of those types of awards, but not in a competition award. Ridley Scott, Stanley Kubrick, Denis Villeneuve, and Ryan Coogler have not won Oscars. And lastly, actors that have gotten snubbed. Now, I only have two on there because I did mention some other ones in the podcast, but two that I thought of right off the bat. Angela Bassett did not win for Black Panther as the Queen of Wakanda. To me, this is so crazy. If you guys have seen that movie, you saw how powerful her performance was in that movie. You felt her power, you felt her authoritativeness in the movie. You did feel every single word she said, especially that speech, spoiler alert for this movie, where she's talking to Okoye after Shuri gets kidnapped, and she's telling her, like, I've sacrificed everything for being in the guard of Wakanda. And then Angela Bassett says, like, I lost my son, my husband, and now my daughter. I've sacrificed everything for Wakanda. Just the way she delivers that speech, amazing. Just on that speech alone, she should have won. Now, I get it, because it did take the Academy God knows how many years to give Denzel an Oscar for Training Day, and then same with Leo. Now, the other Oscar snub is TC. Tom Cruise himself has never won an Academy Award. Has been nominated, has never won. He didn't win for Born on the 4th of July, Magnolia. He didn't win for Jerry Maguire. He was nominated for Collateral. If you guys have seen Collateral, that movie, I believe it's a Michael Mann movie starring Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise, obviously, and a Mexican version of Mark Ruffalo for some reason. Oh, and it also stars, speaking of Oscar royalty, it also stars Jada Pinkett Smith. His performance as Vincent in Collateral is so amazing. It's so chilling, because usually you see Tom Cruise as like the hero, as the archetype hero, the person that can do it all, that knows everything. He plays an assassin in this movie, and it's so chilling to see the callousness, the precision, just deceiving, conniving type of person that he plays in this movie. It is amazing. The fact that he didn't win for this is egregious. The other one that he didn't win for was Tropic Thunder. His role in Tropic Thunder is hilarious. Came out of left field. Most people didn't even know that was him until the end of the movie because of all the prosthetics and how funny he was in the movie. To me, the fact that Tom Cruise has not won is crazy. Now, I don't know if you guys are hyped for the Oscars. I love the Oscars. I have not seen any of the movies I think that are nominated, but I will be watching on February 2nd. So this episode will be out on the Thursday before the Oscars. So thank you guys so much for listening. Remember to like and subscribe. Tell your friends and family about the podcast. That's how we get new listeners. Thank you so much, guys. Please listen on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all under Kingston Hannibal. Thank you so much for listening once again, and enjoy this Oscars special episode of Movie Boarding, where we'll be discussing the 1942 classic Casablanca.
Hey, this is PG, the new host for what is the name of this podcast?
Wow, you don't even know the name of the podcast.
Your mom is so fat.
I had it in my notes, and I'm barely
you're gonna
loading
stop
up
making fun
my
of my mother.
computer
She's literally
right
in the
now.
next room.
Stop it! I love your mom.
Hey, this is PG, the new host of I Love Your Mom.
Oh my gosh. Shut up.
I Love Your Mom. The podcast where we talk about your hot moms.
Yeah.
Say hi to your mom for me.
Actually, no.
That's a great Back to the Future reference.
No. Actually, Jem, speaking of hot moms. How's your mom doing, Jem?
She's not a hot mom, but thanks.
Your mom was a model, Jem.
It was. Keyword. Love my mom.
Yeah. Now, speaking of models, those voices you hear, guys, that's Patrick, PG, a.k.a. Warrior Princess, his wife, Jem. We've had them on the podcast separately, but now we're having them together, and it's probably going to be chaotic.
Is Twice considered a reoccurring guest? Am I a reoccurring guest?
Well,
Am I
she
a
is
reoccurring
too.
star, or I'm just still like a guest star?
Now, you're a reoccurring guest. So is she. And by the way, her mic is going to be off, guys, because she
What?
cannot speak into it.
No, I'm speaking into the mic.
No, that's the wrong mic.
I'm speaking
Jem,
into both
speaking
mics.
this one.
I'm speaking into both mics.
So you're literally going to hear her go like, yeah, and then I thought really it was good in the movie that Now we're recording this live, actually, in my parents' soon-to-be empty kitchen because they're going to move. Hey, look, there you go.
Mhm.
Good. For those who are, there's no audio, there's no video to this.
For those that are watching the non-existent YouTube channel,
She connected or
She-
attached
she-
one mic to the other.
she clipped the lapel mic onto the boom filter of the other mic.
Boom.
Boom,
Oh,
boom,
shoot.
boom.
Very
But we are
clever.
recording this live in LA. Thank you guys for being here again. Appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you. I'm
Being
excited.
recurring guests. Now, technically, this is the second time we've had you on both together because we did the Twister one.
And the third time singular.
That's true.
And then
Oh, so
singular.
does that count as 3?
Count to 3.
Mm.
Now,
Hey, this is PG, and now we're tuning into the tech support with Patrick.
Oh.
so you guys still don't know what we're gonna watch. Do you want to take a guess rather, at
I'll
what we're
take
gonna
a
watch?
gander.
Take a gander means look. That was my bad.
Casablanca.
We're gonna watch Casablanca.
Woohoo!
Oh,
The
really? Oh.
Classic from 1942 Casablanca, starring Humphrey, Bogart, and Ingrid Bergman. Now, you guys have heard of this movie. You've never seen it. Fun fact about this movie: this was the first DVD we ever bought as a family.
Oh, wow.
And previously, we had never seen the movie before.
Nice.
But it was 1999. Let me take you back to 1999. Oh, Jem, also too, if any noise you make, we can hear it on the mic. It's gonna be very interesting, everybody.
We're going off the rails already. We're-
If you would see mine and Patrick's face right now.
we should have a video going strictly for this episode. This is a
Shut up.
one-off.
Also, too, I can just mute her right when I record it.
That's true. I could just like
No,
turn the mic off.
I'm recording too.
They can hear it.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Is it that good of a microphone?
Yes.
You can hear what's going on in the next room.
Really?
Yes. That's why I turned off the fan.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry.
If your stomach rumbles,
Sorry,
Yeah.
y'all.
can hear it.
Yeah. Keep it to a minimum, okay?
Keep your farts to a minimum.
Okay,
Anyways,
sorry.
the story we bought a DVD in 1999. Well, there was gonna be something, but I lost it. Now, Patrick was telling me that you guys, well, specifically you haven't seen movies like that are this old, correct?
No, like Casablanca has been one that's been on my movies list for basically all my life. Like
Yeah.
I've known about it, I've heard about it. I know the last line. Right? Everyone knows the last
One
line.
of the most quotable movies of all
right,
time. Yeah.
Right. Which like
Casablanca?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that as soon as I watch the movie, that line will still make no sense after. But I've never watched it, and I've
never
always
watched
wanted
it.
to. Yeah.
So funny about the DVD, we got it. That one and the Matrix at the same time. I think
Mm.
when we bought the DVD player, it was just like, oh, those were the two. One was Casablanca was like the cheap one, and the Matrix had just came out. So I was like, get the Matrix.
Right. Because you have to.
You have to.
Uh-huh.
It took me about 15 years to watch the movie. I don't think we even opened it. Yeah.
That
And
is so
once I
funny.
saw it, I was like, I understood the hype.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's legit an amazing movie.
Okay.
I still think so. Now, I haven't seen it in a long time, so it's probably what you're hearing over there next door.
Oh, okay.
And two, my parents watching. I think they're watching a James Bond movie,
Nice.
but it's their house, so I can't tell them. Be like, hey, turn it down.
Turn it down.
Just ambient noise. Now, Jem, what about you? What's like the oldest movie you've seen?
Breakfast at Tiffany. No. Sorry, that's before that.
Do you think about the Breakfast Club?
Before that.
Breakfast at Tiffany's like 60s, I think.
Oh, is it really?
What's
Oh,
that?
the original. You
with
mean the original?
Audrey Hepburn.
What's the name of that movie? The one with Barbara Streisand.
Oh, Stars Born?
No, an old
What's
one.
up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
Oh, What's Up, Dolly?
What's up,
What's up,
Doc?
Doc?
What's up, Doc?
It's hilarious.
What about Yentl?
What?
Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you tell?
Another old one that I saw was The King and I, but I don't think it's that old.
I think that one's from the 40s, the OG version, although it has people in Asia face. Yeah, but I don't think that matters to you, seeing as you're a quarter Asian.
I would say maybe my oldest would be either Ben-Hur. What year was Ben-Hur
Let
out?
me check it out.
It was in
Ben-Hur
the
was
40s?
56, so
Ben-Hur. Okay, let's see Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur was 59. Ha! Mine beat yours.
59.
Oh, really?
56 beat yours. King and I is better.
I think for me, the oldest movie I've seen was Metropolis. It's like that old sci-fi movie.
1927. Dang, you beat us both.
Yeah. It's an old German sci-fi movie about like the Industrial Revolution and like people that are like the service class, and there's like the working class, the service class, and then there's like the upper, like the bourgeoisie, so to speak, I guess.
Yeah.
And then like they make these out of, I think they, if I remember correct, because I saw it as a teenager, I went through this phase where I was like, I'm so artsy, I'm gonna watch all these artsy movies. And I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
So this was like 20 years ago. And they make like this robot that becomes like they replaces the working class. These robots. Yeah. But if you look at the photo of the robot, it was an inspiration for R2D2. I mean, not R2D2, C3PO.
Really?
The gay robots in in Star Wars. Oh, Master Anakin.
This guy.
Now, when we're recording this in December, but by the time it comes out, because I space them out, it'll be around the Oscars. So it's February 2nd. So with that in mind, I asked you guys a question. What do you think are like the biggest Oscar snubs of all time? Like a movie that should have won, but it didn't win. I got a couple in mind.
La La Land for me.
Well, La La Land did win, technically.
No, but it got recalled because the other movie won. So no, that doesn't count.
La La Land, yeah, I guess.
You know, I don't even really have a thought because I don't watch the Oscars, so I don't know which ones have won. I don't really care.
So, that's the one thing I do love the Oscars. I do watch it, and I do think they get it right most of the time. But so I got a list of
wait.
some of the biggest
I'm gonna
Oscar
interject here.
Go for it.
You say that you get it most of the time, but then once in a while
they'll have like a really bad one.
Well, okay, maybe, but once in a while. Well, I mean, actually, you know what? Like, I'll hear people saying like, "Oh," because I have my coworker that's really big into the Oscars, and she's always like, "Okay, I gotta watch all the movies that were nominated for Best Picture, right?" And I have to watch them now, and so I ask her, I say, which movies won Best Picture? And she'll name them to me, and most of the time, I have never heard of them.
Most of them are like that you've never heard of them. I don't know how to explain it, but a lot of the movies that were nominated, I would say like until the 80s, even 90s, like a lot of them were like, oh, I've seen all these movies that like, not in the sense of like they were blockbusters, but they were so popular that you saw most of them. But now it's like some indie film.
They're very obscure films.
Very
sometimes.
obscure.
Yeah. Right.
But see, that's the thing though. And I think that's why probably the reason is that you have these indie obscure films that are probably good, but they just don't get a wide release. And then there's nothing in the middle. Like after that, it's just Marvel movies, which is fine. We love Marvel movies, but there's nothing in between to like.
It's true. There's nothing in between.
There's really nothing in between. I don't know if you guys feel that way.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
All right, Oscar snubs, because this is one of my biggest pet peeves. Judy Garland from A Star Is Born and The Wizard of Oz never won an Oscar. Citizen Kane, which is considered to be one of the best movies of all time, didn't win. Shawshank Redemption lost to Forrest Gump. Now, a lot of people say that year that Pulp Fiction got snubbed for not winning Best Picture, but it was 94 and it was Forrest Gump, Shawshank Redemption, and Pulp Fiction. It's like, those are all amazing movies. Like, which one are you going to give it to kind of thing? You like Pulp Fiction? I mean, you've seen it, right?
I've seen Pulp Fiction. It's very good.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I think you'd pick Forrest Gump over that, though. Right, Patrick?
Over Shawshank, too?
See, they're all very good
Tom Hanks
movies.
is his favorite actor.
TH, though.
Yeah. Tom Hanks.
But, the other one had old Morgan Freeman. Andy Dufresne walked through 300 feet of God knows what. You either get busy living or busy dying. Now, the biggest one, I think, was 1998. Shakespeare in Love won. And that same year, Saving Private Ryan was nominated. How the heck does Saving Private Ryan lose to anything?
Yeah.
In 98.
That's a masterpiece of a film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, you could have just had the first 40 minutes of that movie just be the movie.
Yeah,
and it still would have won.
20 minutes, I would have been okay with it, right? Just like the invasion of Normandy.
Yeah, Normandy.
Right.
So
like,
that sequence is 40 minutes long. So there was an older friend of ours. I went to go see it twice with him. Then one time we went to go see another movie, and we were like, "Hey, like Saving Private Ryan, Shavings Ryan's Privates." Saving Private Ryan is about to start. Let's go just watch like the first 40 minutes of it, which is the invasion of Normandy.
Yeah.
And even to this day, bro, like I still just put it on just the first 40 minutes, and I'm like,
oh, I do the same thing. It
still holds up.
I do the same thing too. So once in a while, I'm like, oh, I'm eating lunch.
Divas.
And then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play Saving Private Ryan. Just the first sequence, and it always captivates me. It's always so good. It's very well done.
Another person that never won an Oscar, 5 nominations, no wins. Yeah, it turns out he was kind of a dog of a bloke, but Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh,
dog of a bloke, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that input, Jem.
Yeah, and he makes very good films.
Psycho with Vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like Psycho?
No.
Have you seen Psycho?
Yeah, we saw it.
Actually, no, I haven't seen Psycho.
Oh.
It reminded me of a different movie that I hate, so never mind.
Did you? Unless you saw the remake with Vince Vaughn, which is terrible.
No, it reminded me of Split for some reason.
Oh, that's a great movie.
That's a great movie
Split.
too.
I will
That's a
never,
great movie.
ever watch it again.
You don't like oh god, my favorite personality in that one was his little
no, not
the
the little boy.
no. Hedwig.
Yeah.
James McAvoy.
He is such a great actor.
Very good.
Yeah. Definitely
Also,
demonstrated his acting chops in that one.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I know you don't like this movie, but The Dark Knight.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think it should have won. Okay, so okay, I don't think we're ever gonna do a Batman movie or anything. So tell me, and no judgment, because I know. Oh, first of all, you don't even care if I judge you.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, I don't care. Go ahead.
But why? What is it about The Dark Knight? So did you like the other Nolan movie, the other Batman Nolan, or is it just The Dark Knight that you don't particularly care for?
Yeah, I think it was the 3 of them. But
okay.
I mean, there was things that I liked about them,
mm-hmm.
but I felt like the tone was too different than, say, the 90s Batman films,
or Burton Schumacher ones.
Right, they were campy, but they were fun. Yeah, but they were fun. They were fun to watch, and these were okay. They were all right. I don't know. I think it was the dark tone that I wasn't a big fan of.
It's not a great tone.
What about you? Did you like those Batman, the Nolan ones?
I never saw them.
Okay. Well,
I know.
By the way, Jem's like
I live in a box.
20, so
whatever.
So, would you think it's because did you grow up more with like the Adam West, like Batman, and that's why you prefer like the campy stuff?
Probably. Yeah. Like if I watch the older Batman movies, like I'm looking forward to watching Arnold Schwarzenegger do his Mr. Freeze.
Everybody chill.
Yeah, exactly. And it just makes them so much fun and memorable.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas Dark Knight, I've seen them several times. I have a couple scenes in my head that pop into mind when I think about those films. But then, other than that, like I didn't.
And then Uma Thurman just doing her best, like over the top, campy, like. Lady Freeze.
Right.
I think for me, because I really do like the Nolan ones, and for me that's the definitive thing. But I did grow up more with the animated series, and that animated series had the darker tone in it. Yeah, like that was I think my probably around this, like the first 2 Burton ones were a darker tone, but they kind of were campy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was probably my first exposure to Batman, but more so than anything, it was the
animated series.
The animated series by Bruce Timm and then Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill and all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's probably why I like. But I'm surprised that no Batman movie has ever won
Best Picture,
or at least like something like that.
Not everybody is into Batman,
or even like a superhero movie.
Let's see.
Wolverine. I'm not Wolverine. Logan could have. I think it was nominated. I don't know if it won though. I think either maybe Infinity War or Endgame.
See, those movies were the climax of the MCU.
Not the first Captain, but Civil War. Winter Soldier, I think, probably could have.
More than Civil War?
I think so, because there was just too many people in Civil War. Did it stop recording or what?
I hear like ranchera music.
It's probably my neighbors or something. I don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, it might be the fan downstairs, the restroom fan. We're right above my parents' restroom.
I hear like ranchera music playing.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
That would be awesome if it's like in the episode.
I hear it though, and every once in a while you're talking, and I hear like a, and I'm like, what is it that I'm listening to?
Where's that from? Where's that coming from?
I have no idea, because I only have, unless you have something playing on your laptop.
I'll turn the volume off.
There's the TV isn't playing that.
No, the TV's not playing that. Did it stop?
No, I still hear it.
What? That's weird.
You know what? It might be from the
You picking it up from the neighbors?
the Odyssey, maybe. But usually you can't hear it in here. I mean, I know the mics are sensitive.
It sounds like it's picking it up like.
Is it really loud, or just loud enough?
How come you can hear it but we can't?
Because I have
you
headphones.
headphones.
I was up at 4:30 today, just so the audience knows.
She is blonde, by the way, guys.
Whatever. And I'm exhausted, and I work my butt off so I can make sure that my dogs have a better life. Yeah, so
That's fine. It doesn't bother me, but whatever.
roll with me, guys.
It's like, it sounds like it's like almost like a radio frequency.
Oh, let's
like
pick it up.
Slightly, but like very slight.
That's fine.
All right.
All right.
Moving on.
Moving on. All right. So, what are your expectations for this movie now that it's number 3 on AFI's top 100 list? It's
Wow.
number 3.
Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes score of 99.
Wow, that's really good.
That is.
Jem?
I would expect some romance
Yeah.
and some foreign country.
Yeah.
Egypt, is it?
Morocco. So let me just give you a
Morocco.
short
Ooh,
synopsis. What's up, Dad?
Morocco.
My dad's in the background, guys. He's already been a guest. So I guess this is his second time being on the podcast. So real short synopsis of this movie. This is set during World War II in Casablanca. It follows Rick Blaine, who's an expat American who runs a nightclub in Casablanca, Morocco,
Nightclub.
and is unexpectedly reunited by his old flame, his old girl,
Yikes.
Ilsa. And she arrives there with her husband, Victor.
Shnikes.
He's a resistance leader who's seeking to escape the Nazi-occupied Europe.
Yeah.
And so then the story goes from there, from his conflicted feelings for her, and then he's kind of amoral a little bit at this point because he doesn't want... He's not against the Nazis, but he's not for them either. He's kind of just like, if you leave me alone, I leave you alone kind of thing. And then you kind of see his personality change across the movie.
That's sad.
So it's basically just a really good love story.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. And it's funny that I don't know if there's any other like love story set during World War II, because it's kind of a hard setting to put a love story in.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was World War II or World War I, but there is a movie during the Nazi time called Sarah's Key.
Okay.
The love interest is not the main portion of the story, but it is a portion
Of the love story.
of the movie. The main portion is about her family, but there is a portion of love in it. Yeah.
What about La Vie est Belle? Life is Beautiful.
Is that a love story? I guess it's a love story between a father and a son.
I would say more than half the movie was about him trying to get this girl, right? And then
Protects his son too.
And then they have a family and stuff.
Another question. What is your favorite World War II movie?
Jeez, I don't like World War II movies. I don't like World War II movies, in case you didn't hear the first time I said it.
I would say mine, it's Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
La Vita è Bella. Jojo Rabbit's actually really good.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Scarlett Johansson and Taika Waititi.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a little boy who's trying to be like in like the youth Nazi group.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's in Germany, but his mom is a resistance leader, but he doesn't know that. But he's big on the Nazis, and he has an imaginary friend named Jojo Rabbit, but it's Hitler,
Oh.
played by Taika Waititi.
Oh, really? That's
It's pretty
funny.
I do have to say, if you want a good concentration camp movie, The Boy in Striped Pajamas is really good, but it's
A
also
good concentration
the
camp
most
a
depressing
laugh
thing
riot.
you will ever watch. Don't ever watch it. But if you like that type
Schindler's
of stuff.
List.
That's another one. Yeah.
The one that Jerry Seinfeld made out during in the episode.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's right.
You made out during Schindler's List? How could you, Jerry?
What about you, Pat? What are your like World War II movies? Your faves?
Yeah, I have to throw in Saving Private Ryan.
Oh.
Such a great masterpiece of a movie. There was also one that I really enjoyed, and I don't remember the title of it, but the striking point of that film was that they tried to simulate a single shot for the entire film.
Huh.
What they did is actually they did it in, I think, 2 shots. The entire film was done in 2 shots.
Wow.
Oh, was it 1917?
No, that's the and that's the first movie
that's the World War I movie. Yeah,
that's World War I. But I think that's also the one that was it Christopher Nolan did.
No, but it was somebody famous like that. But it wasn't a oneer. It just made it seem like it was. There were certain cuts. 1917.
Was it 1917?
Yeah, but your movie.
And the idea was that the brother of one of the soldiers needed to get pulled out because they were walking into a trap.
Is it Benedict Cumberbatch in it? At the end?
Yes.
And it's 1917.
No. Yes.
It's 1917.
I think he was
like at the very end.
No, it wasn't at the very end. It was in the big. Oh, you're right. At the very end when they do arrive, and they give him the letter. And it is Benedict Cumberbatch.
And he's like, no, whatever. Right. And he's like, no, they're coming. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's 1917.
Okay. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's a good one, too.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But okay, so there's a scene.
But that's not World War II, though.
It's World War I, yeah. But either way, there's a scene, I don't know if you remember, where he's running towards the camera and people are running parallel to him. And he's just like trying, like when they practiced it, like he missed everybody. But then he got clipped by somebody, and it's a oneer. So like the cameras just kept moving back, and he had to roll with it. And he got up and he started like cutting to the camera.
Right? Yeah.
That's a really good movie.
I
think it won an Oscar. Speaking of the Oscars, I think, or it was nominated at least.
Oh, I didn't know.
But that's a pretty cool concept. But there is, if the only reason I know this because there's this YouTube channel called Corridor Crew, and they're like a special effects team, and so they'll look at movies like that, and they'll say like, oh, like it's supposed to be wonder, and they say they do have really long shots,
they do,
but sometimes like somebody will pass by the camera,
right,
and then they'll be like, that's when the cut happens or something like that, or there'll be an explosion, and then they're like, and like, you could barely even tell, like unless you're a visual effects artist.
There's one cut that I know for sure, like I can see it, and when it happens,
it's like somebody goes to the camera and they're like,
yeah, but most of it is done in it's like I think 2 shots. I think I may be wrong, but very very few.
But you can't even
cuts.
tell. Really.
It's very very well done.
What are your thoughts on oneers?
What?
Yeah. By the way, this is supposed to be a 3-person conversation, but sorry, me and Pat just kind of like
that's fine.
Like nerded out.
What's a oneer? Sorry.
It's basically a long shot in a movie that doesn't have any cuts.
Yeah.
So
I think Les Mis was fantastic.
Is that a World War? Oh no, it's a
no,
French
but it's a one-shot thing. Though.
Is it?
Oh.
No, what made Les Mis special was that it was one of the first films to have live singing before they record the music.
Maybe
that's
what you're thinking.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I saw Les Mis. I can't. I don't like it.
It's
really
depressing.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's very depressing.
It is depressing.
And they're like, because I'm sure other people have said this, but they're like, oh my god, did you know that they actually sang like Hugh Jackman and like had,
they sang and
I could tell they sang terribly.
Well, Hugh Jackman comes
Hugh Jackman, but Russell Crowe and Hathaway.
I'm actually impressed with Russell Crowe's performance.
Russ LaRock. That was his name in his rock band, Russ LaRock. He had a rock band back in the day. All right, enough rambling on about movies. Even though this is a movie podcast, you guys ready to watch this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Casablanca from 1942.
Casablanca.
Casablanca. All right, let's go watch it. This is a couple days later, 5 days later. Hopefully we remember this movie. We finished really late that day. We're at like around 1 or something like that. We finished watching the movie.
Yeah, it was pretty late.
It was pretty late, and there's other people that were in that empty house. And since there was no furniture or anything, like everything echoed. You just like make a tiny noise and everything vibrates. And also, me and Jem are old people, so yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys had to drive. So we'll just go around the horn. Jem, did you like it? Did you not like it? Casablanca.
I mean, I thought it was fine. I just wasn't a huge fan of, I don't know, I guess her motive, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I thought it was fine. I like the black and white style. I love the singer. It reminded me of Louis Armstrong. And it was nice. Yeah.
Sam, I believe his name was.
Thank you, Sam. Yeah.
And because I was like, Louis, there was actually a character named Louis. All right, Pat, what about you?
I really enjoyed it. I especially loved the chariot race scene and the.
I think you're thinking of Ben-Hur.
Oh, it's been so long. Did we not watch Ben-Hur?
I believe we're talking about Schindler's List. A laugh riot of a movie.
Okay. So I think I did mention it the first time we met up. How I had never seen Casablanca, and it's always been on my to watch list.
Yeah.
And I was hesitant because I've always heard people say, "Oh, it's such a great movie," blah blah blah. But then a lot of people say that about other films that when I watch it, they end up being a big disappointment. And you know me, I'm not particularly picky when it comes to films. But for some reason, I just thought, I don't think this one's just not going to live up to the hype. But no, I truly enjoyed it. There were several moments where between the three of us, we were like, oh
yeah.
You know, from the there was a couple twists in there that I did not expect at all. So overall, yes, I truly enjoyed it. It was a very good film.
I really enjoy this film. The dialogue is so good, dude. Like the way that they talk to each other. Obviously, this isn't how people talk to each other, but the writing I feel was really good. The acting was, for its time, I think that's mostly how people acted. Like very over the
yeah.
I guess you could say very over the top. Very fast, yeah. Mm-hmm. I did like that. Mm-hmm. And it's surprisingly funny. Like it has a good amount of jokes in the movie.
Yeah.
And then like you said, the twists that we were all like, no way. And I had even forgotten about it, being that I hadn't seen it in such a long time. That's what I really enjoyed about the movie. So we can just talk, as full spoilers, we can just talk about the movie. Just real quick, Patrick, go ahead and give us like the premise or like the setup of the movie, if you remember.
Yeah, this took place in, like I have notes for it, but I don't think I wrote down the location. Oh, this is in Casablanca. I was gonna say, Patrick. I'm such a dumb.
It takes.
This is in Morocco.
It takes place in New York City.
Well, okay, this place, it picks up in Casablanca in Morocco, and the Nazi regime they had a station there, so it was not under the control of the Nazis, and so they still had to play a political card there.
Yeah,
they had to take a diplomatic approach to everything, even though they were secretly trying to take control.
Jem, you could be our fact checker, and I think eventually they did take over that part, because I know they took Egypt, but you know the French were there already, so it was somewhat occupied.
Right. And so they had two couriers that were transporting information that were murdered, and so they received a tip saying, the Nazi received a tip saying that the murderer was going to pass through Casablanca as it was an exit jump point to leave Morocco, and they needed to have proper paperwork or the exit papers in order for them to take an airplane. And this was the perfect place for the Nazi police to be able to capture the murder of these two German couriers.
It looks like Casablanca was not occupied by the Nazis, but it was under the control of the Vichy regime during World War II.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Right. And so now it takes place in Rick's Cafe, right?
Rick's Cafe,
which
Rick's Cafe,
where,
right? That's what it's called.
Right. Rick's Cafe, right? So Rick's Cafe was owned by this person named Rick. He was an American that was living in Morocco, and he was a convict, right? And now he owns this joint, and this is the place where all criminals go.
Basically. And they go there and to get certain things from Rick or to hide but he's apparently apolitical, but you kind of see that he's really not. You kind of get glimpses of, they kind of mentioned that he was at some point like a war hero.
I suppose they may have viewed him that way because he did help a lot of people escape.
And he said that, mentioned to him or told him, you know, to him, but also to us, the audience, that he had fought against oppressive governments in Spain and somewhere else. And then he was like, well, I was just fighting for money. And he's like, well, yeah, you fought for like the losing side. But he was like, yeah, I fought for money. So he's kind of a war hero, but kind of not really, like you were mentioning.
Right. And so if anyone would know who the murderer is or it would be Rick.
Yeah.
So they try to coerce Rick into helping them and find this fugitive, and so that's where the movie takes off, and it's pretty good.
It's really good. And another thing, the reason that courier was trying to get the papers was to sell it to Victor, and that's why the Nazis came, because they were also trying to find the murderer, and they were trying to get Victor, which comes up later on in the movie. So that's why the Nazis were there, and the courier, I forget what his name was, but he was played by Peter Lorre. The only reason I know Peter Lorre is because in Aladdin, the genie is like doing a bunch of impressions, and one of them is like Peter Lorre, and I looked it up when I was a kid. I was like, "Who's Peter Lorre?"
Oh, funny!
Like he's doing all these weird impressions in that, like, a kid's movie. Then the movie takes off from there. Then eventually you do hear of Victor, which I forget what his last name was, but he's also with Ilsa, which turns out to
Victor Laszlo.
which turns out to be Ilsa, not Victor. Turns out to be an old flame of Richard. And throughout the movie, you get like the little pieces, and I do like the way that they do that through flashbacks and stuff. You kind of get to see the history that they had together.
Correct.
And I do like that they didn't kind of like do it all in one scene. It was kind of, even towards the end, I think they still like were explaining stuff. I thought this was a really cool thing that they did in the movie, where it wasn't a surprise to either of them when they met each other. It just seemed like when Richard heard that Victor was coming, you could tell he was like, "Oh snap! I know who he's gonna be with, and he's gonna be with Elsa." Yeah. And then when Ilsa gets there, you can already see, like, in the actress, I forget what her name was, but you can see her acting that she was like tense, or like, because she knew, oh, like, I have to go there to escape to the United States, but I'm going to see Richard, and it's going to be soups awkward.
Right.
And you know what's funny? That was the case because towards the end of the movie, when Rick was asking Ilsa about, like, her life, he said, "Why did you leave me that day?" And she had to explain to him that she left because she was married.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, that was a big
guy. We're spoiling we're spoiling the movie total. So then you get to the flashbacks, you see that they had like a whirlwind romance in Paris. And that's one of the famous quotes that was like, "We'll always have Paris." And then he keeps telling her, what's the other thing he always tells her?
He's looking at you,
kid. And I really like that scene where she goes to the bar. Rick's not presently. I think he's like in his office talking to Louis, which is the head of he's like the constable of the French police there. And then like the German people, the German, head or whatever that was there. So she sees Sam first, which is Louis's like right-hand man, I guess you could say, but also he's like a jazz player. And then he's just trying to like to be like, oh, Ilsa's like, "Oh, is Richard here?" And she's like, "No, I haven't seen him all day." And he's like, "You just talked to him like 5 minutes ago." He's like, trying to be like a good bro, be like, "Yo, like doesn't he tell her, like, I think it's best if you like don't see him," or something like that, or like,
right.
He's just trying to be like the opposite of a wingman. And then she's like, "Play that song." And then what was the song that he keep playing? You guys were like, "Oh, that's from this movie." I'd never heard it before.
As time goes by is what the
it's a Billie Holiday song from 1955.
How do you know that off the top of your head?
Because I wrote it down when we were watching the movie.
That's what a good fact checker does. And then eventually, so one of the main things that you're kind of waiting for them to say in the movie, and this is funny because this is what I was anticipating, not so much about them trying to escape or other stuff that's going on with the Nazis. I'm like, why did she leave him? Like, because they were going to escape. So then Paris gets invaded, and they're both about to leave because she's Jewish, I'm assuming, in the movie.
Actually, they didn't say, but I guess you could assume that, right? That's why they wanted to leave.
Yeah, and then because of all the stuff that he did, like underground stuff, that they also have to leave too. Which, by the way, I could not place her accent, and her Ingrid,
Swedish.
She's Swedish, but I don't know if that was her actual accent or if she was putting on an accent. Like, it was, because at some point we were like, is she supposed to be French? Is she supposed to be like, we couldn't like figure it out.
Yeah, I think maybe it might have been her attempt at French accent.
Yeah, it was not good. But a little side note. I think it was like 30 minutes into this where I could hear both of you guys and myself like read the signs. They were all in French. And then I kind of turned to you and I was like, oh, that's right. We all know French.
Yeah, that was a moment. Yeah.
Because I was like, what is that? Like, I was like, what does that mean? And then, or like, why does it say like that? And you were like, oh, because of this. And I was like, oh yeah, we all know French. We were in the French congregation for like what, 3 years or something like that. 2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2 or something like that.
That's right.
But
well, you were with us with that time period,
but you guys were there longer.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I know.
let's not open that one. So what I was getting to was that the whole time you're just literally, I was like, dude, why did she leave him? Why did she leave him? And it turns out it's because her husband, she was, like you said, she was married before, and her husband was in a CC, in a concentration camp, and then he escaped, and that's why she left.
Yeah.
And this is like when it's dropped to us, it's also dropped to Rick. Like that's when he finds out why she left him. And we were all visibly like, oh, snap. And this was like an hour and a half into the movie, I think, when like they tell him that.
When she told him, Oh,
and
that was such a great one.
In my notes, I wrote down like, wow, she cheated. Next line, she's a psycho too. And then last line, they're both psychos.
Okay. And I know you can't attest to this because you're both happily married. But in a situation like that, would you blame her for trying to find someone else?
They don't even mention that they're unhappy. There was no proof that there was unhappiness going on there. I think it was just like a flirtatious fling.
Well, it was also too because she was by herself.
Kind of just like first love is always like the strongest one in some ways. So.
But that wasn't her first love. First love was Victor.
Yeah.
But I mean, that makes sense though. Why, like, even though she was married to that guy, she would go back to Victor. You know what I mean?
Or she had stronger feelings for Rick, though.
I think she did.
Yeah, because throughout the whole time.
I mean, yeah, sorry. I meant to Rick, not Victor. Sorry, my bad.
Or Richard, Richard. I think she really did have stronger feelings for him.
Yeah, it was very evident. All of that wouldn't have happened if he was just like a temporary fling and a one-night stand kind of thing.
They made it seem in the movie that they had been dating for a while, like months.
Yeah.
And then she decides to be like, no, Richard. Did you guys, by the way, see that clip that I sent you guys?
Yes, I did. No, Richard, no.
And that's why I was like, oh, CC, you're giving me a lot to think about while I'm on that plane.
Yeah. Her accent was really funny. Kate McKinnon. This is a clip of Kate McKinnon, right? Impersonating Ilsa on the airport scene of Casablanca on SNL. It's such a great, funny clip.
No, Richard, no. Oh, by the way, the character of Louis is so funny, dude. I think he's the funniest person in the whole movie.
Why is that?
Just as one for the joke that he said. Okay, so Rick does actually have the papers to get these two people out, and the Nazis are telling him, "We know you got them, but Rick's like, hey, I don't actually have them, whatever." But then he finally sells them to Victor, and then the Nazis tell Louis to shut down his bar completely, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The Nazis are like, find a reason to kick everybody out. And so there's illegal gambling there. And he's like, he knows it's going on, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I am shocked to find out there's illegal gambling. And then some guy comes and he's like, here, you're winning, sir. And he's like, thank you very much.
Yeah. Right. That was a good part. Yeah.
So like, I didn't write any of them down, but he does have a lot of little one-liners like that in the movie. And the relationship between him and Rick is pretty funny, which eventually leads to like, this will be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Right. And the hypocrisy of, policemen that are trying to play nice under a regime that may potentially take over, and you want to keep the position if they do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of like one of those people that like, who's your favorite like basketball team? And he's like, who's ever winning?
Right.
Whoever won the
right. Oh, Rick actually tells him that. I have it written down. He says, "You're a fat hypocrite."
So that was another question that I had. I couldn't really figure out towards the end when a lot of things going on, and we'll get to that. But at the end, Rick basically does this ruse to like get Ilsa and Victor out of there, and he basically does the ruse to the Nazis and to Louis. But I got the sense that Louis was kind of somewhat in on it a little bit. I don't know if you got that sense.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he just played along.
Yeah, or maybe he kind of like felt that something was going on, because also Louis, you could kind of tell that he actually does have a good heart too.
Right.
And he helped like these people to escape as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys got the sense that he was actually trying to help them as well, or he kind of was just like, we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, I think so. Especially since he knew Rick had a gun. What else could he have done?
Yeah, that's true.
He just shot the German policeman, right? So, oh, well, I guess I'm on your side.
Well, they also, I think, are good friends because at the end they talked about where they were going to go next together. And
Yeah,
how,
because
like,
they had to both escape. Yeah.
yeah, and there's no one else like each other, they were saying. So I think they were probably friends and he probably just trusted him. You know? I think he said that early on in the movie, like, Rick is one of the only people that he trusted.
The other question I had, and I don't know if you know if they said it in the movie, maybe you could fact check this, Jem.
Mm-hmm.
They had to go to America. They were going to go to New York, right? From Casablanca. Was it a direct flight, or did they have to stop somewhere? How can I say this? Obviously, yes, back in the 40s, you would have to stop somewhere. You can't go direct.
Mm-hmm.
But did they even say like how safe would that be? You just get out of Morocco, but you're like, they can, I guess they don't have radar at this point, so they can't really find your plane.
Yeah, they wouldn't. It's not like they can hijack your plane either.
So they would have to go to London or something, but also London was not the easiest place to get to at this time too. What I'm saying is, like, it wasn't a surefire thing that they would get to the United States.
Right.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I feel like Rick and Louis probably had a better chance. The other thing too, did they have a coitus, or is it implied that they did?
Ooh.
Richard and
Ilsa
towards the end.
Big time.
Right? Because they were up in his office. They didn't say, but it was kind of implied, right?
They were dressing. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, were they putting clothes back on or something?
Yeah. He was, at least, I think. So I'm pretty sure.
Or he was, yeah. So this girl really did have a thing for Richard. I think it's just that, all girls like Richards is what I'm thinking.
Oh, whatever, Richard.
I do gotta say, what's interesting is that in this movie, Rick was I think, like 10 or 20 years older than Ilsa.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at her biography, when you look her up, she married 3 different men, and they were all older than her. She must have had a thing for older guys.
That's what I'm hoping for. You know what I mean? You actually mentioned it when we were watching it because you were fact checking. You said that, like, I think was it Humphrey Bogart? Who's the main guy? Is it Humphrey Bogart?
Yeah, Humphrey Bogart. Yeah.
He was like 17 years older than the actress.
Yeah.
And then I think Victor was even older.
Victor. No, he was closer to her age.
No, I think they were the same age, the 2 guys, and we're like, dude, he looks so much better than the other guy. Yeah.
No,
I guess.
No. The thing was, okay. Humphrey Bogart was born in 1899, and Victor, or Paul Henri, was born in 1908. So he was younger than Humphrey Bogart by like almost 10 years, but he looked way older. Probably because he was like a smoker or something.
I mean, in fairness to him, that guy, Victor, was in a concentration camp for like a long time. I've written down here, remind me what this was in reference to. Would you like a Swedish pastry in return for the papers?
Oh, shut up.
I did
not think anything about that, honestly.
You said that. I don't know what it was in reference to. Oh, okay. I get it now. I get it. Okay, because after they had coitus, she gave him, or he gave her the papers.
Oh, right.
and then since she's Swedish, the actress, Jem was like, "Would you like a Swedish pastry?"
I literally just thought of like croissants, guys. I'm like, croissants aren't Swedish. I'm like, what's Swedish? Oh, a Swedish pastry. It's the wrong way.
Okay, so here's a zinger that I really liked from Rick.
Okay, go for it.
So initially, Rick was supposed to meet up with a middleman. This middleman was a proxy or an intermediary between Rick and Victor.
Okay.
Now, he was also being chased by Nazis. So this guy approaches Rick. Obviously, Rick is normally not interactive with the clients very much, right? He's very known for being that way. He's very curt with everybody.
Yeah, he is.
And so after a couple attempts of trying to talk to him to kind of pull him aside and say, hey, I'm the guy you're looking for, he starts noticing that he's annoying Rick very much. And so he says, do you despise me? And I love this line that Rick says. And he says, if I gave you any thought, I probably would.
I probably would, dude. That is such a hardcore zinger, bro.
That's awesome.
That's like I saw somebody on like it was like a Reddit thing. It's like what's like one of the best comebacks you can give to somebody while like not cursing, and it was like man, you must go home and practice being an idiot or something like that. But that is a pretty. It's like I don't even think about you, but if I did, I probably would think you're annoying.
Yeah.
And then throughout the whole movie, you kind of do see signs, not only like from hearing people say things that Rick has done, but also I think it was like 2 or 3 instances where he helps people get out of Casablanca.
Yeah.
I remember specifically the one where he helps this young girl who's like 18 and she's married and she has a daughter. Like he helps them get out of Casablanca. Mm-hmm. And you kind of do see that he does actually genuinely have a good heart. And then the other thing that you do see also too that shows that he has a good heart is that Victor and him have a conversation, and Victor tells him, "Hey, I know that you and Ilsa had a fling," and he's like, "What? What happened? No, never." And he was like, "I'm fine with that because I know she needed, that companionship while I was in the concentration camp." And even though I think Ilsa basically tells him like, "I love you more than I do Victor," Richard lies to him and says, "No, that's like not really what's going down. She loves you more." And the reason he did that is because Victor is still going to continue his work as like an underground, I guess, soldier or like, using like propaganda, like to fight the war. And he kind of says like he needs her like to continue this stuff.
For the greater cause.
He's like, my love for our relationship gets trumped by the greater cause of trying to defeat the Nazis. And so you do see like he does sacrifice something for the greater good. But was it worth it, guys? Yeah, it was. So this movie, I think, won Best Picture. And so the reason we're watching that is because I'm a big fan of the Oscars. I know you guys aren't, but I'm a huge fan. What other things did you guys want to say about the movie?
I do. One line says, murderers headed to Casablanca. This is the prelude to the film. Killed the Nazi. Pre the time they have blood and holes in people's body. Right, so this is at the very beginning where they shoot the guy, right? They find the guy, they shoot him, they go pa pa pa, and he just goes oh. And the funny thing is he's wearing like a really nice white suit, and clearly there was no attempt at like, oh, this guy got shot in the back, and maybe we'll add some effects to make it seem a little more realistic. No, he just went and he just fell on the floor.
He was like, "Oh, my back," and he just like flailed his arms in the air.
And the messiest he got is like the front side that like touched the dirt on the ground, and that was as much as they got on his suit, on his nice white suit, which is really funny.
The thing I want to add is that I got a date wrong, and I apologize. I want to fix that.
That's fine.
In regards to that song, "It Had to Be You," it was originally written by Isham Jones in 1924. And that makes sense because this movie, Casablanca, was made in 1942, but I guess it was redone by Billie Holiday in 1955, and I think her version is more widely known nowadays because that song was in The Notebook.
I'm sorry, you also said it was in another movie.
It could have been, yeah, but I learned about it from The Notebook, and I'm sure most people
What's Up, Doc?
From The Notebook.
Wait.
Was it in What's Up, Doc? What's Up, Dolly? You said it was in a Barbra Streisand movie. Or am I making that up?
Oh, yeah, it was probably What's Up, Doc. Yeah, it was probably What's Up, Doc.
Wait, but you said the song was It Had to Be You. But the song that Sam played for Ilsa was As Time Goes By.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Scratch what I said about It Had to Be You. But yeah, As Time Goes By, it was in the movie What's Up, Doc. And forget what I said about Billie Holiday. Sorry. It's late. I'm tired. Yeah, it was in What's Up Doc. Also, great movie if you want to laugh.
Also a very good movie. Yes,
I've never seen that one. I do like me some Babs though. The one movie I do like from Babs is A Star Is Born, the fourth remake of it. That movie has been remade so many times. I think there was one there was one in the 20s, there was one in the 40s, then there was hers in the 70s, and now the Lady Gaga one with Bradley Cooper.
I also have to bring up the time where Jem surprised Brian and myself. That was a big moment. That was another super big moment in the film.
So I'll set it up. So Ilsa goes unbeknownst to Victor to go talk to Richard about giving him the papers. And he says, I can't give you the papers. And then they're having like this argument of like why they can't. And then Jem's like, oh yeah. And then she's going to shoot him. And literally a second later, the camera turns around to Ilsa and she has a gun pointed at him. And we were all like, how the heck did you know this?
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be funny if she pulled out a gun. Like, oh yeah, haha.
I think you know how women think.
Yeah, have I pulled a gun on Patrick? Maybe, maybe not. No one will ever know. I'm just kidding.
You're like, you're going to marry me whether you want to or not, Patrick.
Yeah. You have to say it in her voice too.
Pew, 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 pew.
No, Richard.
No, Richard. No, Richard. No. Have you seen it yet, Jem?
What?
The clip of Kate McKinnon and SNL doing the last scene of
No, I don't think so.
I sent it to you guys.
Oh,
Okay, you got to see it after this.
You have to watch it. It's hilarious. No, Richard. No, Richard. No.
So there are movies that are my favorite, like The Dark Knight, The Matrix, but I don't think, well, maybe Star Wars you would put it up there with some of the best movies of all time, right?
Yes. That Star Wars better be in that list.
No, Star Wars is. Matrix, it would be there. I don't know about The Dark Knight.
Of course Matrix is up there too. Come on.
But like classic movies that like I think changed cinema, and it's being that this is like a movie from like early cinema, somewhat early, I would put this in like the realm of like Citizen Kane and Godfather. You know, I'm not breaking any ground here. A lot of people consider it like one of the best movies, if not the best movies of all time. You know, like Psycho, like those classic movies. There's probably very few movies like that, but this is like plot driven, and it's also a lot of like the dialogue is so good.
It is,
and we had to put on the caption because just the way that they were talking to each other, it felt like very fast, but also like it all made sense. And like they're quippy, you know. I really enjoyed that aspect of the movie.
Which I have to say, J.K. Simmons nailed. we're here. I'm referencing back to that YouTube clip or that SNL clip, right, where he's portraying Rick in this instance,
Richard,
and he does the voice perfectly.
It's funny because he's played it straight, and Kate's like, ugh. Like, you've given me a lot to think about while I'm on that plane.
Yeah. Concentration camp. Yee.
He's like, look at me. Oh, I just don't want to look back and there not be a plane there.
Yeah. Such a great clip.
So this was 42. So this was literally made
during
all
World
that
War
stuff
II,
that was going on.
Right?
Strong statement to be made if you made this movie during that time.
Yeah, that's like a quick turnaround. You know what? Now I think that is true. That's pretty bold. And it won an Academy Award. Take that, Hitler.
Did you get an Academy Award?
Did you get an Academy Award? No, all you got was a bullet to the head. That got dark real quick.
Self-inflicted though, doesn't count.
Hey, the best thing he ever did. I'm not, you know.
I thought it was Volkswagen.
Ah, well, Hugo Boss. All right, anything else you guys want to say before we call it a day, Jem?
Just something kind of silly. There's a part when they were inside the Rick's club, you know, and there's a bunch of shots fired and people dead and whatnot, and it reminded me of a comedy routine by Nate Bargatze, the comedian.
Yeah.
And he said, just like how the shots were fired in the club, he's like, if there were ever shots fired at a Walmart, it'd be up and running again in like an hour because of how ridiculous it is. And it was funny because in the movie they did that too. Like shots were fired and whatever, and then things just kept going after that. And I was like, what is going on?
You know, I noted the exact same thing.
It's exactly what they did.
And like people panicked for like 10 seconds tops. They're like, ah! And Rick is like, relax. And they're like, okay.
Nothing to see here.
Go back
and
to
like,
drinking.
No, someone literally died. Someone got shot. Like, get back to your drinks, start gambling.
That was all for me.
So I guess a really good closing statement for me. And I'm not going to say, here's looking at you, kid.
Aw.
And I'm not going to say, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
You're not going to say of all the gin joints in all the towns?
Right. I'm not going to say those two lines because I think those two lines are more than well used. So instead, I'm going to close this episode with, you're a fat hypocrite.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Nah.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Oh, I thought you were going to say, no, Richard, no.
No, Richard, no. No, Richard, no.
You got to watch it, Joe.
Pew, pew, pew. Die.
All right, guys. We'll do this again. Hopefully, you guys will be in town when we do it. Whenever you guys come and visit me. I've been here for like 2.5 years. You guys haven't seen me.
I know.
Get us tickets, bro. I'm broke.
I can put you like in cargo.
Sounds good to me. In cargo. With the dogs and cats.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for doing this episode on Casablanca. I'm glad you guys liked it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we enjoyed it very much. Thank you for having us.
We'll watch some more classics.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Have you guys seen Citizen Kane?
No.
That's a good one too.
You should wake Jem watch The Matrix.
The Matrix. Have you seen The Matrix yet?
Nah.
Patrick.
I know.
You guys have already seen it. It doesn't count. You guys have already seen it. We can't watch it.
He's seen every single movie that we've watched so far. So.
Yeah, but you've seen it too. That's what's different.
No, we'll both be the hosts on that one.
No thanks. All right. Bye, guys.
Good night. Good night, guys.
See you, dude. Have a good one.
Later.
We are. Okay. Bye.